Hello and welcome to my channel. This is my very first vintage handbag collection video that I'm getting ready to do. And I just want to show you a few of my vintage handbags. I am Pamela McClam, realtor and vintage handbag lover. And I don't have a large collection to show you today, but we're just going to go through a few of the handbags that I have and love. First up is going to be the Fendi Spy handbag. This is a lovely handbag, and I usually carry this during the winter months because she is a very sturdy handbag, and she can, kind of stand some rough weather. Look here at the detail on her. She has the long spy case, which, by the way, is part of the authentication process. So if you ever want to purchase a spy bag, make sure she has 7 nodules on each of her handles. And also make sure that the weave, I don't know if you can see that, the weave of this actual lipstick case is what it's called, goes from the top to the bottom. That's one way you can authenticate your handbag if you're looking for a speedy handbag. Also, she has Fendi. The word Fendi is inside, and this is actually a mirror that's inside behind this glass here. So that's another way to tell if you've got a genuine bag. There's also the inside. This is the change purse, and that will have always flathead screws. I don't know, I'm going to move that closer for you to see that the screws are actually flathead screws. She is simply lovely. The leather on her is butter soft. And let's see, I have some notes here. She was actually very popular during the early 2000s to mid 2000s. So that was the date range for the popularity of this bag. At least that's what my research says. I'm using her inside. She has a dryer sheet just to keep her fresh, and also a handbag organizer, because for my bigger bags, I like to use the organizer so that I can know where I have things in my bag. Especially when it's a big bag like this, it's easy for things to get lost. On the bottom, you see, she has pebbled leather. And that's another genuine trait of an authentic Fendi handbag, is that it will have a lot of pebbled leather. You see how pebbled that is? Then most of them will be pebbled like that. So she is a true gem, and I just love her to death. I carry her, like I said, during the winter months, and so it's about time almost. We're in October, so I'll be carrying her very soon. Okay, so my next handbag, and I featured her on another video that I do for real estate. If you ever want to see any of my other bags, just look for my video on YouTube. It's called Real Estate and Vintage Handbags, and then I will pop up. But this one is a Louis Vuitton or Louis Vuitton Babylon bag. I guess I'm saying that right. I don't know if it's Babylon or Babylon, but I'm going to say Babylon. Now, this particular bag was manufactured in France, and her date code is VI 0947, which means she was manufactured in April of 1997. She does have, did have a sticky pocket, but as you can see, if you look in there, it looks kind of gray. I had to remove all of that when I got her. She wasn't in terrible condition, but that's just, 1997, that's a long time ago. So she's got some age on her. So she's about what is 1997? She is, 22, 23 years old, maybe? I added a little twilly, a silk scarf to her, just to give her a little bit of decoration. And I also added a luggage tag. This is authentic Louis Vuitton luggage tag that I added to her. She has no feet at the bottom, but she's very flat at the bottom and stands on her own. So she's a very structured bag, and you can really use her all year round. And I fell in love with her. I bought her, as I buy all of my handbags, on the pre-loved market. I fell in love with her because I loved her shape. I loved the structure of her. And she just looked really sturdy. And I just fell in love with her. So this is a Louis Vuitton Babylon bag. I don't know what the correct pronunciation is, but I do know it's a lovely bag. And if you're interested in and thinking about buying her, then it would be a good buy because she is a lovely handbag. So I'm going to set her right over here and move to my next purchase. This particular handbag I bought off the pre-loved market. And when I tell you guys that this leather is simply soft, I mean, it is so buttery smooth. I did not realize, I knew she was a great buy when I saw her. And I knew she would be just as lovely in the pictures, in person, as she was in the pictures. And when I looked her up, she is actually made by Lane Crawford, made in Italy. And Lane Crawford has stores in Hong Kong and in China, and they sell a lot of luxury items, luxury goods. But when I tell you I got a bargain on this baby right here, I mean, I got a bargain on her because I don't believe I paid over 25 bucks for her. But if you could just feel her leather, look at the detail, you'll know that she's just a lovely bag, just a handsome bag to carry. I love the way she hangs. You can just carry her in the crook of your arm. She really is just a classy lady. I like to call her a real lady feminine bag. She's dainty. You have to watch. You can't keep her in rough weather because her leather, you don't want to mess that up. She's just a dainty bag. And of course, I have an organizer inside of her as well so that I can keep track of everything that I put in my handbags. I don't have to go fishing around on a hunting expedition. Every time I want to pull something out of my handbags, I can have it right there. Okay, guys, let's move on. When I tell you this baby is special, she is really special. Now, I am a Gucci girl by heart, meaning I love the Gucci brand. I just can't explain what it is about Gucci handbags that I like so much, but I really do. I'm a vintage handbag lover, but there's something special in my heart for Gucci. And so this particular handbag is a Gucci doctor's bag. And I believe that she was probably manufactured in the 1970s. This is an unusual pattern on her. It's something that you don't see very often. It's a rare pattern or a rare monogram of the Gucci handbag. She does not have a serial number because according to my research, serial numbers weren't used for Gucci handbags, at least on a steady basis until the early 1990s. But she does have, I have an organizer in her as well. She does have a Gucci tag. I don't know if you can see that. Gucci made in Italy. I'll try to put it right there. Yeah, you can see it. Gucci made in Italy with the infamous, no, okay, that's not a lift boy. That's just goofy. Gucci made in Italy. She is also a very sturdy handbag. The leather is very soft. Her leather trim is very soft. I've added some embellishments, a little ball. And this is actually a Gucci strap that I had for one of my other handbags that I sold. So if you, and then I added also this Gucci bag charm that I found. It's a vintage Gucci bag charm I found online on the pre-loved market, of course. And sometimes I sell my handbags. So if you're interested in any handbags I might have for sale, I don't have much online now. I think I have maybe 2 handbags for sale. But you can look me up on Poshmark, Pamela's Closet at PM Fender, like a fender bender, on Poshmark. And my closet, a picture of me in my closet should show up. And you'll see all the handbags that I have sold in the past and what I have on there now. I don't have much. I think I'm kind of like sold out, and I haven't really posted anything recently for sale. But like I said, this is a Gucci doctor bag, probably manufactured, I would say 1970s. So she is a lovely piece. I like carrying her as well. And hold on a sec. Here is another Gucci treasure. She is simply fabulous. I've had her for, I guess, maybe 3 or 4 years, maybe even longer than that. I did purchase her on the pre-love market. This is a Gucci top handle satchel bag, and she actually has the lift boy inside of her tag here. And I'll show, and then the lift boy also has a number under her. I think it says 067. And so she is a very sturdy, the canvas on her is just so sturdy, and the leather and the stitching is just unbelievable. It's impeccable, which is a trait of Gucci, as most of you or some of you probably know. She also has, her lining is, I'm going to say diamante, which means diamond, and I'm guessing diamond in Italian, since Gucci is manufactured in Italy. I do have a dryer sheet in her because I just like the way it makes the bag smell, even though none of my bags have any kind of vintage odor or anything. I added I bought this online. This is a Gucci pull. I added for her, and it's on the inside zipper. And also she has this Gucci pull right here on the outside zipper. But let me tell you, when I say this handbag is very well made, I just can't tell you how thick this canvas is. The Gucci emblem on front, that's a very old Gucci emblem. And I added this red belt. This is just a generic belt I added to her, or generic strap I added to her. And of course, this little fluff ball is just generic, that I added to her, like you've seen on a couple of the purses I've shown you so far. But this one right here, she's gorgeous on the bottom. I do not anticipate ever selling her because I really, really just like how sturdy she is. And she really can carry a lot. You can put a lot in her. She just really is a small sort of like everyday kind of workhorse of a handbag. And she's just beautiful. Look at that canvas. Let me give you a close-up look at her. She is just so, and she's navy blue and gray. And I don't know if that's going to show up on the video, but she is. She's navy blue and gray. And last but not least is another one of my beautiful handbags that this is a vintage Prada frame bag. Look at her. And you can see the Prada emblem on the side. She has a snap closure or kiss lock closure at the top. I bought this separately. It's a Prada bag charm that I put on her. And this is the kind of handbag that I would probably just wear going to church. When church finally opens back up, some of my handbags I don't carry every day because they're not everyday handbags. This particular handbag is something that I would carry, going to church or going out, special occasions sort of thing. Her leather is just it's just so soft. It's impeccable. And I did a little bit of research on Prada and found out that they actually started manufacturing bags, I think, as early as 1913. So that gives you an idea of how old the Prada name and Prada brand is. She is just wonderful. Let me show you on the inside. I don't need a bag organizer, a purse organizer for her because she's kind of small on the inside. And so that's the emblem that's inside of her. Let's see. She has the pull. And I don't know if there's a serial number somewhere along here, but there probably is. I just haven't located it yet. I don't know if they used serial numbers back then or not on these particular bags. Um, but I do know that she is lovely. Her leather is soft. She is so well put together. And of course, I got her on the pre-loved market. So that is the end of my vintage bag collection for today for this particular video. I will be posting videos from time to time. And if you enjoy the videos, please tune in again for my next videos of vintage handbags. And until then, stay safe, love your families. See you next time.